Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geary Stein and Stevens Show, an amazing video podcast with sports stars, entertainment celebrities, and other great guests, combining one host who has no legs, one host who lives in Duluth, Minnesota, and another host who seems to never be on the show. But now, on to the show with Troy, Dave, and maybe even Will.
That's right, we are here live. Are we back? Am I back? Yeah, we're back. That's the problem when you're going live. We are live here, though. We are Veterans Rally Point Live. And this is my studio audience, of course, my students here. So we're trying this again. It's the ghosts and the goblins that you get. So let me bring in my buddy Troy. Troy, how are you? What's going on up there in Duluth?
I'm doing great, Dave. Great day. It's sun's shining, so couldn't ask for anything better.
And we've got a Will sighting. So let me bring in, while we have him, Will Stein, everybody, is on the show. So
hello. It's heating up here in the Twin Cities, expected to get to triple digits by midweek. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, honestly.
Wow. So you can be 40 below in December and over 100 here in July in Minnesota. Man, I don't know what's going on tonight, but just in time for the state fair, right? Is that coming up soon?
It comes up on August 24th, I believe, through Labor Day. So a lot of people are talking about that, ready to eat some good grub, go on some rides, and prepare for the school year at the Great Minnesota Get-Together.
That's of course. And, while I've got you guys together, this is a live show, and you just never know what could happen in a live show, especially since we haven't done one before. But we were supposed to have Quincy Carter as a guest tonight, and here he isn't. So we are kind of vamping here in order to continue the things that we are supposed to do. And so we are going to do a show tonight, and I'm very excited. And I hope take this opportunity to say a little bit what you guys mean to me, since this is a live show. Can you hear me okay? You know I can't smile without you. Both of you. I can't smile without you. I can't laugh and I can't sing. I'm finding it hard to do anything. You see, I feel sad when you guys are sad. You know that? But I feel glad when you're glad. And if you only knew what I'm going through, I just can't smile without you two. So that's our edition of our Donnie and Marie Osmond part for tonight. But no, we wanted to talk a little bit tonight. Troy and I were both just in accidents recently. And, Troy's was a lot worse than mine was. And, we haven't really discussed it too much. Troy, take us back kind of to that moment when you were just kind of driving, and tell us what happened in your accident.
Yeah, it was mid-afternoon on a Friday. I was on my way home from doing some little shopping, and some car in front of me cut in front of somebody, and they hit them, and I had nowhere to go, and I hit the middle car of the three-car brigade at about 40 miles an hour. And all the airbags deployed. Car was kind of caved in, totaled it out, and woke up, and I was in an ambulance. So was in the hospital for a little bit. Had a little spinal bruising. A lot of bruises and cuts all over. But yeah, after about a week, was able to come home, and I'm slowly on the road to recovery here. I lost you
Glad
there.
you're still here. Glad you're still here as we looked at some of your memories. And again, I think it's this whole weird internet that we got here. So bear with us that we're live. But Troy, when you talk about it's funny how we were talking about that just the other day, and then myself, I'm sitting here driving down the road. I had just gotten food for my son, and I was driving at an intersection right by ESPN where I worked, and a DoorDash guy was not paying attention, and I went through the intersection and he just T-boned me, and it was one of those things where I didn't expect my minivan to be broadsided and T-boned, and his Kia took a lot worse than I did. I felt lucky afterwards, and I was really blessed that my son and I wasn't, he wasn't in the passenger seat. But now I'm dealing with, all of the fun aftermath that you get to deal with when having a car accident, with the insurance and the car rental and all those kind of things. And I'm really happy to be alive, but it's one of those things that you don't want to ever have to experience, especially your family was out of town. They didn't even know about it for a long time. You were texting me as it was going on, and I felt blessed and pleasured. But I mean, initially, Troy, when you had that experience and you were paralyzed temporarily, I mean, we were talking about, we didn't know if you were going to come out of the hospital in a wheelchair or, you're going to be able to walk again.
Yeah, I mean, initially there was a lot of testing done, and luckily for my sake, they realized it was going to be temporary because the spinal shock, they called it. And it, good thing it wasn't permanent because that happens quite often in car accidents. So
And now we get to deal with the fun of both insurances and all the things I'm hearing about. Oh, he was doing DoorDash, so that's going to cancel out his insurance. And they're going to, it's this whole thing where now a lawyer said, I've got to go to doctors. My shoulder hurts, my arm hurts. And of course, I live my life with my arm. So what the heck am I supposed to do? But I am blessed to be here again. We are here at Veterans Rally Point, and we had our students here. We're working on our podcast, and they're learning things, and we'll have a couple of them ask some questions later in the show. But Will, I know, we can't leave you out talking about our tragic accident stories, and I know you've got one that you'd like to share with us.
So I was heading to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta, Georgia. I got a text notification from Southwest Airlines that my flight was going to be canceled. But I knew, guys know how the Super Bowl works. We have to be everywhere all the time. And I decided to rent a car. So I rent a car from Minneapolis and I drive in Nashville, Tennessee. I get rear-ended and it caused some delay. I mean, as far as like injuries are concerned, both parties were fine, but it's just the fact that time consuming, and it kind of gave me a little bit of being afraid to drive for a little bit. But all I can say is I'm glad that we're all healthy and I made it to the Super Bowl on time, and it was still a great week, and I didn't let that accident interfere with the week and the stuff I've had to get done.
Well, it's a very somber show as we've kicked off here, but we have more fun as we'll talk about later in the show. But I've got to bring in, we have a new sponsor that has joined us, and I'm really excited for these guys to be a part of what we're doing. And it's a little confusing because there are so many things out there that utilize this platform. I'm talking about, all of the gambling apps, and we talk about if you've got FanDuel and all these things, that's all said and good. But what we are introducing you to is Bet Analytics. And Bet Analytics is this great new app that you can get on your phone. And what it does is it gives you the opportunity to look at all of those weird bets that you can play on, like, how many times that the Golden State Warriors win on Tuesdays, or a certain percentage of shots that a certain person will take, or what somebody does when they're hitting. And Troy, you know more about these things as betting has changed. now that more and more people are turning to trying to get those interesting bets that are more of a sure thing, as far as the point spreads and stuff that they used to do. Now it's like, how many 3-pointers will he have by the end of the game? So, having Bet Analytics join us, and plus you get 25% off if you use our show code. It's not such a bad thing.
Yeah, there's so many prop bets and things you can bet on now, and this app that they made kind of breaks everything down for you, and it's color coded. So if you think if the Golden State Warriors can get 8 threes tonight, they'll let you know if that's a good bet or not, whether they'll have it in green or red. So basically, it helps bettors get a little advantage of trying to win more. So yeah, great product.
It is, and I can't stress enough for my son and all those people that utilize it. Again, you get 25% off. Go to BET Analytics and type it in, and you put in our show code GSS Show. You get 25% off. I think it's $25 a month if you use it monthly, or you can sign up for the yearly service, which would be more off. But it really is. It's a great tool, and we're really excited to have them be a part of the program. So we're going to continue here. I've got a couple of guests coming up, so stay tuned with us. We got to pay a couple of more bills, but don't go away. This is the Geary Stein and Stevens Show live, right? Hey, we are live here, so we'll be back right after this.
Hi, everybody. Dave Stevens for the Geary Stein and Stevens Show at the Miami Marlins ballpark. And you know what? We get great stars, celebrities, and entertainers on our show, but there's all kinds of great programming and content on Your Home TV. Your Home TV is a free on-demand streaming service reaching global audiences. They feature family-friendly programs with a vast selection of topics and interests. Their platform ideally matches content producers, leading viewers, smart device precision, and immersive HD experiences, plus ease of transaction solutions for everyone. Plus, they've got great shows and content like A Moment of Zen, Financial Freedom, the Retirement Halftime Show, and Make It Happen. And they have all kinds of travel shows, food shows, great programming, and great content. So for more information, go to yourhometv.com. Check out the Geary Stein and Stevens Show and all of the other great shows. yourhometv.com. Tell them Dave sent you. Hi, everybody. Dave Stevens here for the Geary Stein and Stevens Show from Tropicana Field, home of the Tampa Rays. And you know what? Not everybody can be a Major League Baseball player, but you can look like $1 million. What's the best way to do that? Well, go to freshcleanthreads.com. Don't believe me? That's right, you can look professional, feel good, and not spend a lot of money by wearing Fresh Clean Threads. They have amazing shirts. They've got Henleys and polos, long sleeves, and even bomber jackets. And if you like them, you can save some money by typing in the show code GSS Show from the Geary Stein and Stevens Show to save 20% off. So if you can't be a major leaguer and you want to dress like one, well, go to freshcleanthreads.com. That's freshcleanthreads.com. Tell them Dave sent you. Use that code GSS Show.
Dave, can't hear you.
It's always important to turn that mic on, especially when we're live. So again, trying to move around and do all this stuff. We are back live. That's why we don't do these shows live, so we can tape them and make them look good. But I'm here with a couple of my students from the Veterans Rally Point. This is just a great initiative that Easter Seals has put together. Me teaching TV and video and social media parts and things like that, and the veterans here learning to either hone their skills or doing stuff that they haven't done before. And I'm going to let my students kind of introduce themselves and what they serve, and then I got a couple of questions for them. So Ray, go ahead and introduce yourself and what you did.
My name's Ray Shabbat. I was in the Air Force for 4 years, 69 to 72, and then I became a cop.
All right, Nubia?
I'm Nubia Taylor. I was in the Air Force also. Air Force is holding it down today, and I served during Desert Storm.
And you guys, we touched on some accidents earlier, and again, we'll get a little lighthearted more. But Ray, as a police officer, I understand that was part of your job, and some of the things that you saw. It puts it in perspective of what Troy and I talked about, being able to walk away, because you saw some people that didn't walk away.
Didn't walk away, and never walked away.
And what is that like on a day-to-day basis? When you've got to deal with tragedy, and and seeing that. I mean, you must just get the PTSD from seeing some of the accidents and things that you saw.
It works on you. And one of the things that happened, it was a small child that was fatally hit. And when I got home from work that evening, I yelled at my daughters for no reason at all. It's you take things personal, and you want to protect your family. So, of course, I just kind of lost it and yelled at the kids, and went on for a little while. But then, after a while, I just calmed down and I spoke to him and apologized to him.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Losing picture. That's live.
So we were taking our daughter to the airport in Korea. I mean, in New York. She was on her way to Korea, and as we dropped her off at 5 o'clock in the morning, heading back towards Connecticut, somebody was on the highway coming in the wrong direction, and they swiped us on the side and hit our car, and like it was like a 6-car accident with the trailer, tractor trailer, and everything. Hope everybody walked away fine, but the car was battled up, broken up, and we all went to the hospital. Everything was fine, and we all were praising God that we are all still alive.
Yeah, I'm the same way as far as what I experienced, and it's funny as a motivational speaker, and Troy, you and I have talked. Here we go. You can't be born with a disability, but you can join our club at any time. And I hate when people join our club. Troy, I'm glad you didn't become honorary handicap or anything like that. So it is one of those things where thank God that you were able to have your family. Tragically, you had to deal with it as your career, and that's why I say it puts in perspective, especially what Ray said. But now, Troy, you had a question for the students, right? Is Troy there?
Dave?
Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Yes, you had a question for the students, Troy, right? Yeah, that's live TV. About you were going to ask them about their teacher. I thought. Do you remember? You don't remember our text, Troy?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I can hear you now.
It's like you're unmuting and muting. Like I said, we probably shouldn't do live shows anymore, but here we are. So again, your question for the students was.
Let me think here. It's been a long day.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were going to ask them about their instructor.
Oh, how is it to have Dave? Can I teach you that stuff?
There we go. Yeah, I was just looking for them to bash on me, but now here we go. What have you learned? How have you enjoyed this class?
Well, I love the camaraderie. We're all learning how to produce, host, write stories, and we're working really well together as a team, I believe.
I think so too. I think we're getting along very good. Everybody's involved. Everybody wants to do it. That's the best.
And it really has been fun for me to experience these kids and seeing it through their eyes. And if you haven't seen our stuff, we've been shooting social media things. We've been doing practicing podcasts. And again, our eventual goal is to have these veterans do their own stuff and create their own content for this show and do their own show separate from us. But it's been really entertaining and fun. And we got a couple more weeks ahead of us as far as our final project. But hey, we should talk a little sports. So before we go, I know it's training camp. The Vikings, they're up in Mankato. Are they already up there, Will?
So they're in Egan now. The rookies reported yesterday, and the veterans report tomorrow. I know Jordan Addison is still learning from his rookie mistake, but he arrived in training camp yesterday, as well as the offensive line and Kirk Cousins. So I'm ready to see what they can do. I'm looking forward to see how our defense can improve under Brian Flores as our defensive coordinator. And Kevin O'Connell, with what he learned in year one as a head coach, and seeing how he can make this team better in year two.
And, Troy and I have been talking a lot about the baseball season, even though, we're in training camp and stuff. And mostly all eyes are up here in New York anyway on Aaron Rodgers and that whole circus for the Jets. And it just reminds me of when Brett Favre, left the Packers and he went to the Jets, and now Aaron Rodgers is following. And I don't think we'll get a year out of him and see Aaron in a Minnesota Vikings uniform anytime soon. I think there's still a little more in the gas tank for Aaron, but it's been a zoo. And, Troy, are you excited for the Chiefs and what they got going on in the offseason?
Yeah, the Chiefs, I mean, of course, Super Bowl champions, so they're going to try to defend their title. They opened their training camp up also tomorrow. And me and Will are going to be at the PGA 3M Open this weekend. So that's going to be fun. And so, yeah, everything is kind of ramping back up in the sports world. Football is about to get started any day now. So.
And I guess, if you're watching baseball, we've watched the Rays slink down and the Orioles shocking everybody and moving up. And that Midwest division with the Twins and everything, it's just kind of who wants to lose the least to make the playoffs. I'm not sure, but it's been fun to watch. And then everybody forgets about the Ohtani drama out in California. Will he get traded? Do they have enough? Do they give up on him? I'm hoping that baseball, we still pay a little bit of attention to it before football starts.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, playoffs for baseball are going to start ramping up here. About 45 games left this season. So the trade deadline is next Tuesday. So we'll see what happens and what teams improve and see if Ohtani actually stays. If I were the Angels, I would trade him unless I knew he was going to come back. Otherwise, they'll lose him for just about nothing. So.
Well, the Twins could trade everybody on the roster and maybe get him. And since he can pitch and hit, they just could throw up.
Yeah, they would be a lot better, that's for sure.
Will, as we wrap up, it's been great to have you for a full 30 minutes. What have you got planned coming up in the next few weeks? Have you picked out your games that you're going to be going to or any of that fun stuff?
So for the Vikings, I plan to go to Las Vegas, Denver, maybe Cincinnati, Detroit for the away games. And then also we got Hall of Fame coming up next week. And as Troy said, the 3M Open on Saturday, Sunday. So I'm kind of looking forward to get that PGA Tour experience under our belt to add to the program.
And speaking of programs, I had the opportunity, as you guys, everybody know, I put on sports camps around the country, and just had the opportunity to skate with a little bit and hang out with the Quinnipiac men's hockey team, and we put on a sled hockey camp. And I'd like to, before we wrap, let's take you a look at a couple of minutes from that. It was really fun.
Wow, it is so cool to be here at Quinnipiac University, a part of Camp No Limits. What are we doing? Well, we're part of the segment that is going to teach sled hockey to these kids and regular hockey, and some of them just skating for the first time. And it's an amazing day, and guess what? We've got the national championship team here to help us. So, without further ado, let's get to the fun.
I am originally from Afghanistan. I lost my legs above the knee in landmines in Afghanistan in 2005. So I have prosthetic legs and I work with hanger. So this is my first time I've been here for sled hockey, and I am so excited and very happy that I'm sitting here and enjoy with other folks.
It's been great so far. Excited to be out here. So hockey is for everyone, so we're out here to help everyone, be a part of the community and give back to the best that we can. We take everything for granted, we really do, but it's awesome to be out here with everyone, just to be able to help you guys.
We were talking about it a bit this morning, and we're blessed with so many things in our life, and just unfortunately there are people that are less fortunate, and to still see them be happy, and it's so special. And if there's anything that we can do to make them happier, we're totally willing to do it. And honestly, we're so lucky to even play hockey and just to be alive, honestly. So it's a cool experience to see that.
Because if you stop, your momentum will slow down. So start pumping, keep pumping. There you go. Keep pumping. You got it. You're good. Look at that. There you go. Just keep pumping.
I thought it was very difficult when I sat on the chair, so I feel like I'm more comfortable because I have no legs and I can move the pedals very faster. There are some guys, they are helping me and showing me the way how to use it. So, and I am very happy.
It's so fun to watch them take their first strides and you know, and then inevitably their first falls and then getting back up and getting right back at it. And I grew up playing stand-up hockey. I'm able-bodied myself, so to be able to teach such an awesome game to people of all ability levels is tremendously rewarding for me. And you could just seeing the smiles on their faces is rewarding for them too.
Well, what a great day here. That's what Camp No Limits is all about, giving these kids an opportunity to learn hockey. In fact, there were so many kids I had to give up my sled, but it was worth it to teach these kids hockey, to work out with the national championship men's team and the women's team that was helping out. Just an amazing day. So, from Hamden, Connecticut, I'm Dave Stevens for Ability Media.
Thank you, Camp No Limits!
Yeah, that was a lot of fun, and I'm so excited I get to do that. I've got a camp coming up this Saturday with Easter Seals, 75th anniversary of Easter Seals, and I'll be putting on a little baseball camp for those kids with special needs and just everybody else that just wants to come out and have fun. So that's going to do it for our show. Again, we had to tap dance and do our thing, but it's nice that we get together every now and then where we can just kind of talk and update everybody who does watch us. And again, thank you guys. You can watch us on your home TV. We're now on Roku where you can watch us streaming. And of course, on all the platforms as far as Spotify and all the places, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. So thank you guys for being alive. Will, final thoughts?
I just want to say it was an honor to be a part of this live show with you folks. Again, thank you for serving and everything that you do. We look forward to seeing how you grow in your career and as a digital content creator, and we look forward to what you have to show for us in the future as well.
All right. And Will, final thoughts, your closing arguments or points?
Go ahead, Will.
I would say, I think the Jets is only as good as they would only be as good as how Aaron Rodgers allows them to be. It's all going to be Aaron Rodgers. And as far as the Green Bay side, it's going to show how good or bad of a head coach Matt LaFleur really is. Was he the right hire for Green Bay? We won't know that until after this season, maybe next. So those are a couple of my thoughts on how Aaron Rodgers has impacted both sides of the trade.
It's nice you can analyze that with all that purple that you're wearing and everything too. So, all
right, one-sided, I think there.
Get us out of here, my friend.
Yeah, I'd like to thank your class for joining us again this time. Hopefully, we'll have Quincy Carter rescheduled here in the near future. I don't know what happened there, but things happen in life. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in tonight.
All right. Well, that's us. That's our live show, all the glitches and everything. Again, thank you to all my studio audience here. They are learning on the fly, and they get to watch us do right and wrong things. So for Troy, Will, myself, this is Dave Stevens signing off live from Veterans Rally Point in Norwich, Connecticut. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for tuning in to the Geary Stein and Stevens Show. Follow us on social media, watch us on yourhometv.com, or now we're on Roku. Download it and watch us. And thanks for tuning in. Until next time, America.